What's up, everyone? This is Brandon from Flesh and Blood Brothers. I wanted to show you guys this cool Chane deck I found and show you my thoughts on it. So first off, credit to Pierre Canelli. He got first place in a ProQuest in Looty World about a month ago. And when I saw this list, I was pretty fascinated by some of his choices. And I do understand them now that we know that Starvo and Prism are running rampant in the meta. So I threw it over here into fabdb.net to give you a better visual, and I also put a link to this deck in the description of this video below. So if you're wanting to check out Chane, this would be a good place to start if you have a lot of Starvo and Prism running around. So first things first, the equipment is pretty standard. Rosetta Thorn, Skullcap, Carrion Husk, Grasp the Arknight, and Spellbound Creepers. Now you'll notice this is like the bare minimum equipment loadout. Typically people will include like the Vexing Quill hand for Arcane Barrier, or maybe the Chrono Dichotomy or Ebb and Fold in the helmet slot as well. But this is very minimal, and so you're going to run the same equipment every game: Skullcap, Husk, Arknight, Grasp the Arknight, and Creepers. And so getting into the deck, it's pretty standard as far as Chane goes. 3 Belittle, which I've come back around to. I've forsaken the Belittle minimalism package for a little bit, but coming back around to it, I do agree that it is good. So yeah, 3 Belittle is pretty standard. 3 Bounding Demigod red, 3 Command and Conquer. I typically run 2, but 3 is good. But yeah, you just would sideboard those. Those 3 are very good against Prism, but against Starvo, you'd probably sideboard them out due to Crown of Seeds. 3 Ghostly Visit, 3 Hell from Beyond, 2 Red Minimalism, which I agree with, 3 Red Shadow Puppetry, 3 Riftbind, 3 Runic Reclamation. That is very powerful for the Prism matchup. It attacks for 7, so you can pop Phantasm with it, and it clears the auras out of the Prism matchup and just deals a lot of damage, and it blocks for 3. So powerful card. 1 Soul Reaping, and then another interesting choice he made was 3 Lead the Charge. So reading it again, I do like this a lot. Downside is it only blocks for 2, but that's pretty fine for a non-attack action. But it says next time you play a card, an attack action with, oh sorry, it's not even an attack, it's just an action card with cost 0 or greater, you gain an action point. So you use this with your Spellbound Creepers. Use this with your Spellbound Creepers. Played it instant speed, so you attack, and then you can play this at instant speed, and so you gain a Phantom action point from the go again. And then anytime you play a card, you're going to get another action point. So it's going to net you 2 action points with the Spellbound Creepers, and that'll activate your Bounding Demigons, Riftbind. You just throw something down, anything, and you get to go again. So pretty cool. And then yeah, here's the first tech specifically for anti-Starvo, is the new Reek of Corruption from the Everfest set. So it costs 2, and it gains when it hits a hero, they discard a card. So swinging for 4, you're gonna get some cards out of their hand and some equipment no matter what. So against Starvo, this forces him to either block, thereby reducing the number of cards in his hand, or using it as equipment, which you can only use that once to block. So definitely this was brought in for that Starvo matchup. 3 Unhallowed Rites is standard in Chane, and then yeah, here you go again. You have the Consuming Volition, and this one is if you dealt arcane damage, if it hits the hero, they discard a card. So again, you're forcing Starvo to either block with the resources from hand, or If he can't do it, then he has to lose a card anyway, so this reduces the chance of Starvo activating his ability, so you can understand why. And then Sigil of Suffering, I'm a fan of Unmovable, but he chose Sigil of Suffering instead, so what makes it better than an Unmovable is that it's free, it blocks for 4, and it most likely will deal 1 arcane damage to the opponent, so you're netting 5 here, and yeah, it's sneaky to deal damage during your opponent's turn like that. So I do like it. As far as yellows go, it's pretty minimal. 3 Outer War, 2 Captain's Call, and 1 Bounding Demigod. So as you notice, there's no yellow Mavrian Skies, which I can see why. After having after having red lead the charge here, that kind of replaced the yellow Mauve Skies in this deck. So um, yeah, you can play around with it, but I do like leading the charge after reading it again and seeing its interaction with Spellbound Creepers. And then moving on to the blues, we saw 3 blue Binding Demigods, that's standard in Chane, 2 blue Minnowism, that's pretty standard in Chane, 2 Invert Existence, another standard call, 3 Mavrian Skies, yep, 2 blue Captain's Call, that's good. Some people run 2, some people run 3. 3 Shadow Verser, yes. 3 Shrill Skullform, yes. So the interesting choice here is adding these 3 Sting of Sorcery. Not every Chane player runs Sting of Sorcery, but it makes a lot of sense to give all your attack cards dealing 1 arcane damage so that you can ping it for consuming Volition. So that makes sense. 3 timesnap potions. Most Chane players will have maybe 1 in here, but this Chane player had 3, and yeah, throwing 3 of these into your deck against the Prism matchup is pretty money. So specifically for Prism, I can see the need for this, and yeah, 3 Vexing Malice and a Gorganian Tome, that's pretty standard. If you don't have a Gorganian Tome, I would probably say put a yellow Mauve Skies in here, or you could even get a 3rd Sigil of Suffering if you wanted. But yeah, it's a pretty cool deck. Pretty similar to what everybody else runs in Chane, but you can see what really stands out here is the lead the charge, Reek of Corruption, consuming volitions, and the Sting of Sorcery. So this was kind of subbed in to really hunt down those Starvos and force cards out of their hand so that they can't activate their ability every turn. So yeah, like I said, the link to this deck is in the description below. Let me know what you think, and let me know if you would like me to delve deeper into any of these specific combos in this Chane deck or any other Chane deck. And I'll see you in the next video.